My gosh.
Scary moment.
I know. Are you on your phone?
Yeah, it's my phone.
Oh,
I
okay.
I haven't I haven't utilized opening up my desktop camera yet. I'm a little nervous, I'm a little scared.
Why?
I don't know how desktop cameras and stuff is up to date in 2026, like, they might be bogus still.
I
Can't
feel
trust
like
it.
they are, honestly. I be using, like, the continuity well, n like, a sort of, like, continuity camera thing. Apple's continuity camera is trash. Like, I have to use a third-party app. It's bogus as fuck. I hate it, like
Yeah, see, that's why it's like I'm like, "Bro, when's the last time you ever heard something about some improvement of a desktop camera or any of that?" Like, you don't. So it's like,
no,
yeah,
PC
I'm
don't give
not
a fuck, like, you finna get the dusty webcam, like
and I'm not going.
Are you using your back camera or your front camera?
Nah, my front camera.
Okay, I'm using my front camera too.
Is it
Whatever.
solid?
I
Oh,
mean, I look good in like, from what I can see, but
yeah.
whatever, I don't give a fuck.
No, it's
Um,
fine.
okay, great.
I thought you were on your computer.
Really? I think
Yeah.
my lighting's just good.
Right in this light.
Okay. Okay, we're live.
Are we?
Well, we're not I mean, we're recording
What episode are we in?
12.
Are we on
This
12?
is episode 12.
I got to get it in my head that we redid one because I was about to say 13.
Yeah, no, it's 12. 2 dreadheads in a pod.
Episode 12.
Whoop, whoop. I'm really excited for this episode. I feel like this was a really good weekend for music, so it's like it's great for us to come and record because I'm still caught up in it.
Oh, are you? What?
I mean, I think new music came out this weekend. Well, the Michael Jackson movie, one.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it
Um,
did.
and so like I think Mike, that's just a moment always, you know what I mean? Like my algorithm is full of is full of Mike. I
And the mic videos
can't
are crazy.
like every two scrolls is Michael Jackson. So
No, Amir keep running up to me, just showing me TikTok, Michael Jackson TikTok. It's funny,
it's
you
it's
know.
literally hilarious. Like me and DJ just keep like showing each other videos. Like
Hey, people are going real crazy. So now you see what I like when I said like, yo, if I know I killed the role of Michael Jackson in a biopic and I just know like the movie was a good movie or whatever, I just I don't know. I'd be on a high, something crazy, just like leading up to it week after week after week. Cause like, look at the cultural moment. Like, even in the theaters, I know you seen them theater videos.
yeah, no, niggas was going crazy in the theaters. Like um so you saw the movie.
Yep, yep.
You
I
saw it
took the
Friday?
kids. Yep, early. I ain't
Not
waste
earlier
no
than me. I
time.
went Thursday. Fuck.
Man, I was telling your niece.
I was in that bitch. Like,
How did you make that happen? Was that
I
just
mean,
like a regular midnight release?
yeah, you can always go Thursday. I used to work at
Okay.
the movie theater, so I just know like you can always go the night before the actual day and they
Joint
have
come out.
showings.
Yeah.
Yeah, so um we went. I went with DJ. Um I mean, what'd you think?
Um, so I was expecting more of a more detailed movie, more detailed biopic. But all in all, it was okay. It was good. I expected more. But I understand Mike has a lot of life and look what they made of a they're pretty kind of seems pretty sped through for me.
Mhm.
So and even that speeding through, it was 2 hours and like 2 hours and something.
I know.
So realistically it's like, okay, it's a good movie, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, from a movie perspective, like, if I was just judging it as a movie, I would probably give it, like, maybe, like, a 7 out of 10. Um, 'Cause I thought the casting was really good. Like, I thought the casting and the acting, I thought all of that was really good. But like you said, it felt sped through. He does have a lot of life. Um, excuse me. I think it would have been more compelling if we coulda, like, learned more about Michael as a person. Like, it kind of felt like they were telling me things that I already knew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I learned anything new,
Nope.
and that was kind of like more of a disappointing aspect to it. Like, it was just sort of like, if you didn't know about Michael Jackson, it was just kind of like telling you the story of Michael Jackson that we all know, right? Like, this very talented kid comes up in the Jackson 5 and then goes out on his own and he's just the biggest star ever. You know what I mean? Like, it sort of retold the story of Michael Jackson that everybody knows. Um, it didn't, to me, it didn't do a good job of, like I said, telling you more about him as a person.
Mhm.
And so I think I would have liked that, or I would have liked to, like, learn more. I think, I hate to compare the 2 obviously because 'cause they're 2 totally different stories, but I think that there was more, like, meat and potatoes in the Jacksons, An American Dream.
Mhm.
But obviously that's like a multi-part series, you know what I mean? It's a little bit different. Um But I just think that that sort of storytelling was better. But again, that movie is multiple parts and long as hell. You know what I mean? He does have a lot of life. Um, but then I don't know, like I did enjoy it. Like I'm not gonna
I
act
did
like I
as well.
didn't, but because but
'Cause
like
you
there's just
it's
some
Mike
level of that's what I was gonna say. There's some levels to it. It's like it's Michael Jackson. Like I already came in here ready to love it. You know what I mean? Like
So, there was that for me. Um what? Yeah, I don't want too much. Yeah, I just, I just realized like, okay, it was already 2 hours, and they gave you that. So I understand he has a lot of life to live, and it felt sped through. I would have wanted more detail, but I did enjoy the music. I enjoyed the performances.
mhm.
So so those were highlights from the movies that I did like. The music and the performances, I like that. Even, I would say that on certain tracks and things like that, he had to be doing his own vocals and things like that or something, right?
I'm not sure because like some of the like when they were in the studio, like when they were filming like him recording certain songs, it sounded so much like Mike. I felt like they took the stems from the actual recordings and
And
just
then
played them.
but they threw like, he had to be singing his own, I don't know, over it. Like,
You think so?
yeah, that wasn't all Mike.
I don't
No, there
know.
was some
I don't
level of
know.
difference there. Or
I don't
something. There was
know.
something there. I would have to watch the movie again, but I just feel like there's something there that just wasn't all Mike, like, just
Yeah.
playing a but so I enjoyed, yeah, just the music and the performances of it, really. I wish they woulda not, like, every scene just felt like Joe Jackson. Like, he's looking over his shoulder for Joe Jackson. It doesn't matter what it is, what Joe like, every part of the scene, I just feel like Joe Jackson is just looking over his shoulder, or he's looking over his shoulder for Joe Jackson. Every decision is leading back to, okay, him running into Joe Jackson. Everything's about Joe Jackson. Like, yo, is this the Joe Jackson biopic? Like like, it
It's
was
so
just
funny. Well, okay, so it's funny that you said that though, because me and DJ were like having that conversation after the movie, and I was just like, he was like, Joe really was that integral. Like, you do not get Mike without Joe Jackson. Like, you know what I mean? And obviously, like it really, like, for better or for worse, like, he really beat that shit into him. Like,
so they was telling the story accurately, I just didn't wanna see Joe.
I mean, yeah, like you just I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. Like you do not get Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson. I mean, the whole Jackson family without Joe Jackson. Like him being the patriarch, like that is integral to the story. Like you cannot tell the story of Michael Jackson without talking about Joe Jackson. Um, so I think that was what that was about. But then, like the thing I didn't like is that he felt one dimensional. Joe. I mean, a lot of the character. I mean, Michael kind of felt one dimensional in some aspects too, right? Like, and that's what I was saying. Like, you didn't learn more about him as a person, right? Like, it was just kind of like Joe was like, "Y'all want to work your rest of your days in your steel mill? No, all right. Well, we finna, you know, get on this stage and do it." But it didn't like it didn't it didn't give anything to like the fact that like he was their father. You know what I mean? And like
Right.
I don't know Joe Jackson, but I do from what I can see about the Jackson family, like they're still very much a family. You know what I mean? Like and we might see it in part 2 and everything, but like when Michael was going through everything with the trial, like they was holding him down. Like it's you know what I mean? They were a real unit. Joe was there. You know what I mean? So like I feel like they made him very like one dimensional and was like he was just a very mean dad and beat the shit out of Michael and you know what I mean? But it was also like just at least from my perspective, it's like I I think he saw greatness in Mike. Like
And no,
I
hey,
think
and
he
there's
saw
that.
greatness in Michael, like
You
and
know,
pushed him to be that. Like
do and sometimes, he do get painted a certain way or did get painted a certain way in that movie. Do
right.
I haven't done my research. Have we heard from Joe Jackson? Does Joe Jackson get to just,
Well, Joe's dead now.
but did he ever just get to just,
Tell his side of it.
get his spiel off and just say, he might not be right. You might not do the abuse and the, but that can never.
Do you would you though if I was Joe Jackson? Like y'all got this narrative about me. Okay, cool. My son is Michael Jackson and my daughter is Janet Jackson. You didn't
The
like the
proof is
way
in
that
the
I did
pudding.
like you didn't like the way I did it, but nigga, look at the results. And the results speak for themselves. Now, if you want to say I was too strict or you know what I mean, all of these other things, hey, I I don't know what to tell you aside from the fact that I've created two of the biggest stars ever. Like
And the only way you can dispute this is if you live in an alternate dimension or reality where you strip Joe of his worst traits and and let's see what comes about it, but we'll never know. But I just didn't like said felt one dimensional. It's not that I didn't like it, but it's just like it just everything just kept leading back to Joe. It's like you're setting this scene up to lead back back to Joe. Like that's how I just kept feeling. Like it's just
yeah, and then I just felt like it didn't give him any depth. I also felt like I mean, like I said, the same thing for Michael. Like I didn't learn more about Michael as a person and like they tried, but it was so like shallow. Like you would show like him writing the mantras like on his wall and like the positive affirmations and all of that, but it's like it didn't like I don't know, like it just didn't give me like the real essence of like what he was about or like what he was
mhm.
trying to achieve or like really what his motivation was. You know what I mean? Like it kind of made it seem like again, like it was flat and it made it seem like he just kind of happened to be the biggest pop star in the world. You know what I mean? But like
Yeah, it
it didn't
didn't
really
go. They tried to lightly do it with the scene of creating bad. Oh, I see the news, okay. I see the Bloods, I see the Crips, and put a word around town, and now they gather them up, and they that was their light way of trying to show the genius and magic and work ethic and how he created. It's like, no, you're not really. You didn't do it justice. You just didn't do it justice. But you're kind of speeding through this.
and then even like some of the more significant things like they went straight to off the wall.
What
Like,
yeah,
how did we get like, you didn't tell me how we got from the Jackson 5 to Off the Wall and, like,
exactly.
what that meant, and then we just go straight to Thriller, like, there was no, like they didn't give me anything. They didn't even show you how he linked up with Quincy. Like, there was no mention of the Wiz at all. Like, it was just and then that's what I'm saying, like, they also didn't I don't feel like they did a good job of, like, the magnitude of what this was,
The m
like
the
like
most depth came from the portion of the Jackson 5 from a child. That was the most depth or detailed portion almost. And then after that, when he got a little bit older, it just he just off the wall.
like, it just went yeah, they didn't it was there was no it wasn't a good progression of the story. But again, like you said, he's lived a lot of life. But I would have liked to see that. Like, I would have liked to see even like the
Oh,
story of him trying to break away from being under the Jackson 5 and under Joe's control. Like, I think it would have been compelling to tell me how he met Quincy, what those conversations were like to get him to feel like, no, we should do Off the Wall and like it's going to be this type of album and this is the type of impact. You know what I mean? Like, really tell me how we get to Off the Wall. Don't just give me you can't just give me Off the Wall and then I'm just like, okay, like this is like, no, you have to tell me how the fuck we get there. Like,
so you ever seen it's a Jay-Z commercial doing his album covers or something like that, something similar
yes,
like that?
and then he, like, is going through yeah, I've seen it.
That's how the movie looks shot.
Literally. Like and then, like, I feel like even the big moments, they didn't, like, really get into, like so you telling me, like, it was just, like, one meeting in a Sony exec or CBS executive's office, and then it's just like, "Nah, nigga, like, you better play Billie Jean." Like, that was huge, like, you know what I mean? Like, culturally, like, that's huge, like, Black artists were not getting played on like, can you show me the impact of, like, having a Black artist finally get played on MTV, you know what I mean? Like, that's a huge moment, and then just being like, Thriller's the biggest album ever. Like, nigga, like, I need more. Don't just tell me that Thriller's the
It just
biggest album. You have to show me
just
the
not enough details. Just not
yeah, and
enough details. That's
I
it.
think that that's where it was. It was a lot of, like, telling rather than showing.
And
Like
now I see you probably can't do a Michael Jackson biopic justice. Cause like I said, I was expecting something serious like Ray. Like, why not? You have you have a family member doing this, like somebody that can pull it off. Like, why not make it and it's the family. They can be details,
right.
you know? So but yeah, like I said, it just was snapshots.
Yeah. I think it like I said, it very much played into, like, the lore, you know? And, like, it just didn't it just I mean, it was good, you know what I mean? I don't wanna sit up here and act like I didn't like it, like, I did
No,
like it, like, but it was just I wanted more,
I can
or I wanted
understand.
something different, you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
wanted
I
things that
expected something different.
I didn't already know, um, or just a little bit more depth. Um, it interestingly enough, though, um, I kinda wanted to have this conversation just piggybacking, like, off the movie and even the conversation we were having the other day about stars. Because I feel like once, like, also, like, seeing that movie, like, it brings you back to I'm like, "Oh god, like, we just don't got nobody no more." Like, "Oh my god, like, we used to really be raw, and now it's just like, come on, who are y'all handing me?" Like, you know,
Hmm.
like, and, you know, we was having the conversation about Lil Baby and Meg Thee Stallion and, like, stars or whatever, and funnily enough, I was listening to a podcast. It's called Pop Syllabus Podcast, and she had a guest on, and they were talking about stars, and she was like she had a criteria, and she was like, "I think there are stars, there are celebrities, and there are famous people." And they were talking about like different, cultural figures and like, do you think this person's a star, a celebrity, or famous person, or all three? And, just watching the Michael Jackson biopic and like having these conversations around, like, I wanted us to have a conversation about stars and like what it actually means to be a star. Because I mean, I watched that movie and I'm just like, none of you niggas today. Jesus Christ. Like, you know what I mean? Which is obviously unfair. Like, Mike is the star of all stars.
Of
Like,
all stars, man, we'll never see another.
nobody will look like a fucking star compared to Mike. You know what I mean? But I do think that there is a level of just like star power that like we don't have in the culture today.
None.
Um
It's really none there.
and so okay, so let me ask you this. Well, what do you think when you think of a star? What do you think? Like, what do you think is the criteria to be a star? And do you think stars are born or do you think stars can be made?
Um, wow. I feel like really stars have to be compelling. They have to be talented. I'm not just ever going to see an individual and just be like, "Oh, they're a star." Like, what do you do? What are you good? What's your talent? What are you good at, you know?
Mhm.
And and so you just have to be really talented in your lane for me to consider you a star, and you gotta bring people out, you gotta have impact, you gotta make people speak, you gotta make people feel something, you damn near gotta make people go to war for you almost, like, people are really, like, they stick up for your talent or what you bring, like, that I don't know, I don't have no criteria, I don't have no set criteria, but it would be somebody super talented, somebody with ability. So that would be my criteria for a star, right? That would be my only criteria. You gotta do something. But I don't know. It's hard to answer that.
So you think so for you it's based on
Ability.
talent?
Yep.
Um do you think so do you feel like there is a sort of like natural like charisma to it, or do you think that that doesn't actually define a star?
No, that doesn't actually define a star for me.
That's
Because
interesting.
some people with some charisma, like, oh man, some people's charisma be fake. They can fake the charisma and have people thinking that they have charisma. And it's like, oh no, they're just putting on an act for you. And it's just not charisma. Sometimes I feel like charisma just could be natural. So when people have charisma, throw on a charisma act, that don't make you a star.
That's interesting. Um so I'm trying to think. Like I think for me a lot of star is definitely based in talent. Like I love talented people, like I come from the arts and so I'm obsessed with like a talented motherfucker. Like I just
Right. Um,
I eat it up.
hold on. Let me walk it back a little bit because depending on what field or what area you're in and you're doing your thing, yeah. Sports wise, I want to say, man, he's passed away now. I want to say Stuart Scott or Scott Stewart.
Stuart Scott, yeah.
A lot of charisma, a lot of sauce on what he does. He's a star in his lane, like, yeah, there's not many,
But he
people
was
that
also
sit on.
talented.
No, but yeah, it comes from the talent first and the charisma was second, because he had it here and what he would talk about, and it would mean something to him. He would have integrity in his job and do it professionally, and then the charisma was second. So, yeah, that's why I had to walk it back, but yeah, I think charisma and think him when he's doing his job, like.
I'm wonder
He's a star, but, again, that's in a little small sports box
I
lane.
mean, but a star is a star. Like you could just be a star in your lane. Like it I'm not
So
necessarily meaning in like a global, you know what I mean,
okay, so
sense.
then
Yeah.
okay, and then that and then that's where those categories would make sense because you know, a celebrity and then whatever else was the other one.
So, okay, so this is interesting because we can bring it back to like the conversation that we were having before about Meg The Stallion and Lil Baby. Because I was like, Meg The Stallion is a star. To me, I think that there is talent there. Um, like Meg The Stallion can rap. I don't think that anybody would accuse her of not being able to rap. Is she the most talented, gifted rapper? No, I don't think so. I do think that she has charisma, like she has personality. Like we were having that conversation about Wannabe, right? And that's a Glorilla song. But in my opinion, that's Meg The Stallion. Like Meg The Stallion takes over the whole song when she gets on it. Like, you know what I mean? Like when she gets on it talking her shit, it just feels like a different record. It just takes it to another level. Um and I think that she brings something unique. Like
She's a rapper. I think she gets on tracks and raps, like, you know, and people don't like that. They want to hear you melodically and harmony and like she's a rapper. I heard she's a rapper, and you know that's why she will stand the test of time. Rappers stand the test of time easily. It be the guys that don't rap that have a hard time. Like the rappers, I get on the track and rap. Ain't nothing changing. Not from 1988 to 2026. I get on the track and rap. I hear the beat and rap. I don't gotta have the newest, waviest sound, and it's like I get these words off. Words been around for thousands upon thousands of years. And Meg The Stallion, like I said, she will I said she will get bigger. She will in some years be like the most famous and her music will sell in coming years. And yeah, as long as she just continues to rap. Wayne's still here. He just rapping. He get them feature verses off and just rap. Nothing different. So and she will be there. But yeah, I don't think that people just like that she raps. And they be like, "Oh, the way her music sounds," and it's like, "Yeah, y'all don't like rap." That's what I'm coming to learn. Y'all don't like rap, and that applies to her. She is a rapper.
I mean, I would definitely agree. Um but I think that like okay, so in the conversation of like women rappers or like I hate to like narrow it down to women, but like just this generation, right? This sort of music stars right now. I do think that she's a cut above the other girls. Like in terms of star power, right? Like and Glorilla has more hits. I think that
You
Meg The Stallion is more of a star though.
think Glorilla? I think
Yes.
Glorilla got both. I think
I
Glorilla.
don't think she's a bigger star than Meg The Stallion.
I think she has both. I think
Like when we talk
Glorilla
about people
name.
going to war for you, like
See, that's a different
they tearing
aspect.
Clay ass up right now on the internet. like,
That's a
like,
different aspect.
but I
Glorilla
think it's
gets
because of her charisma, and I think that she just has something.
no, Glorilla, in my opinion, Glorilla has more. I know Glorilla for more personality than Meg The Stallion. I don't really.
I think okay, so I think on a record, they both have a lot of personality. They bring two different things. And I think maybe Meg, in my personal opinion, and I could just probably be biased. I think Meg's is a little bit more appealing.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, it comes down to a thing about looks.
I
Like
don't think it has anything to do with looks.
Glorilla gets ugly accusations and things like that. And that's never come Meg's way. And I don't even want to bring up the extreme goofballs of what comes Meg's way as far as like anything. Like I don't even want to mention it because it's just clownery.
Right, but I think okay, but like I feel like that's the perfect example. Like we talked about "Wannabe." That's a Glorilla song.
She might have just got. or
You think
maybe
she just got her on the song and it was just like, I
maybe,
just
I don't even know if she got her. I think they are 2 huge personalities, and those are 2 personalities on a song, and you see them mix perfectly on a song. But Big Sis stands out a little bit more. I'm the more seasoned vet. Meg Thee Stallion is Big Sis. Yes. There's a little bit of Meg Thee Stallion in Glorilla, just a tad bit. There's a lot of similarity that I can see there. But yeah, again, I can sun you on a record. The people might like you more, but when we head to head, I'm Big Sis. I sun you. You my son. Doesn't matter how much people like you more. So yeah, and I know who I'm getting on a record with, and I'm a rapper. I'm more of a rapper than you are, Glorilla, for the most part. I don't even want to say that, but you know, Meg has lyrics, words. She really getting the words off. So yeah, Meg not dumb. I know who I'm getting on this song with. I know you're hot. This is going on your album. I know the people might like you more even. Like I would probably admit that the people like you. But yeah, I know what I'm gonna come on here and do. Yeah. And then Glorilla just went, "Oh, I got Meg on the song." And it's like, yeah, you know, she just having a ball.
yeah, I mean, we could look at it
Or
like that.
maybe I don't know, don't let me speak, man. Women might not think like that. That's me in my male brain, like,
I think
yeah,
Meg just get I think Meg just I think she's just a standout. I think she really is a star. I think she just has it. She can get on a record, whether she's on there with somebody new, somebody old, like she's gonna hold her own. Um, and she's a standout. And like she has like something that a lot of artists today lack, and it is like
delivery.
beyond delivery is like a point of view. You know, like I think one of the downfalls of like modern music had to be when everybody wanted to start sounding like they were from Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like when the Atlanta sound kind of took over mainstream and then everybody from the West Coast to the Midwest to the East Coast all wanted to kind of get on that wave. You started losing a point of view. You don't have a point of view because you sound like the last five niggas. You know
That's
what I
why
mean? Like
that's
I think that that's sort of that's been like a real downfall for
yeah, for
like
sure.
modern music. And like the artists who really stand out don't do that. They have a real point of view. I mean, you know, people will say it's like having a sound. I think it's beyond having a sound. It's like having a point of view, knowing who you are and executing on that. And like
No, for sure.
so many artists, like, you know what I mean? Like motherfuckers will like send me songs and I just be like, what is this motherfucker giving me that I can't get from Don Toliver?
You know?
What is this person giving me that I can't if I listen to Travis Scott that I wouldn't get from Travis Scott or Playboy Cardi? You know what I mean? Like I don't want to hear clones of them niggas, like really
No,
bad versions of those. I could just go listen
exactly.
to the real thing. And so, like you said, like the melodic shit is very popular. Everybody wants to do that sound. And like even like I would say in like R&B, right?
We're past that. I hope people know that. We're past
Like we're
that.
so past that. But like even in R&B, like everybody like I think that Summer came at right at a perfect time where she was able to capitalize on like the trap soul sound. But the
Mhm.
thing that always set Summer Walker apart was that she could really sing. And she
I'm
really
not
has a distinct tone and a distinct voice. Like, and so I would let her get a record like I mean, Body's a great song, but like I think you could have gave that to some other artists and it might have been just as big, but it's as big as it is because it's a Summer Walker song.
did you, I guess Kehlani is popping back at fans and critics and things like that, or whatever you wanna call it, and, she's pretty much saying like, "Oh, if you're just a fan of, like, the trap soul, moody, depressed, music that I was making, you know, you're not really a fan or something like that, just the sound of that, like, you're just not a fan of me. I'm not there no more, her new album just sounds like genuine
R&B.
R&B, thank you, and I
And
guess
that's so interesting because I when I was listening to the album, that's what I said to myself. I said, "This is what I was always missing from Kehlani." And we've had this conversation on here where it's like she would be so hit or miss because sometimes the records would be so good and you're like, "This is exactly what I want." And then other times she would have songs that sounded generic and it was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I used to be like, "Nah, like I don't really fuck with Kehlani," because for me, a lot
yeah,
of the songs sounded generic. But then there would be these songs every now and then that I really loved that were more R&B, and I'm like, "This is great. Like I wish she could give this to me all the time." And this
you
album feels like her finally just being like, "I'm gonna be who I am," which is an R&B singer, and it's for the people who get it.
and for sure, and that's it, and all she said was, I was just making a certain type of music. I was in a certain place in my life. And yeah, she just called it depressing music. She was in a depression state. But yeah, like you said, it was man, I just had something against Kaylani. Like it's just like, yo, this fucking Tumblr, uh the Bay, I don't know. I can't describe it, but it's just like, yo, fucking Tumblr quotes of you guys love souls more than souls. Like when you're talking about like, bro, there's just this cheesy, like,
It was generic. It was generic.
yeah, it's like, yo, can y'all stop? Can you stop? That's what I just felt like. And it just had me questioning like her everything. Like, are you black? What are you? What are you like? Where are you like where is what cause yeah.
No, I know what you mean. I felt the same way. Like, and I would be so confused. Like, not confused, but like when people were having conversations about R&B and they would be like throwing Kehlani in there and I'd be like, like, and, which always sucked because I knew Kehlani could sing. Like there were songs that I would hear like early on, like Honey and like just other songs that she would do where I'm like, she can really sing. I don't know what this music is about though. Like, I don't, these songs, like, I'm just not feeling them. Like,
No. It's
get it
yeah, but
away
like
from
you
me.
said,
Like,
generic.
yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, I just think that like it's the lack of like perspective, like for real, like and really having a point of view and like
Mhm.
leaning into your point of view. Like and it's okay if it don't sound like everything else. It's not supposed to. Like that's how I know it comes from you.
And maybe my West Coast bias would just be creeping in, but I just really love West Coast artist music and the projects they put out because it just don't sound like all this other shit that's just mixed together to make a sound and, "Oh, we're vibing, we're outside," and all this other fake shit that I'm sick of, so yeah. And when
No,
I hear it from the
absolutely.
West Coast artists, it sounds like life, like
And I think that that's one of the things that like people maybe now will try to kind of hold against the West Coast is that I think the West Coast is probably the only place that still distinctly has its own culture and does not try to
yep,
be like the rest of the country. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we're on. This is what we're doing. You know what I mean? This is the sound. And even I would say like during that 2010s era, like people don't, like when DJ Mustard like had a lot of the songs that were on the
yep.
radio
They
and
don't
Ty Dolla
contribute
Sign
that
was
to what
yeah, no, they don't give the West Coast credit for that. But like that all of that was West Coast music.
yeah,
Like all of that, all of them hits that Chris Brown had at that time, like
yeah.
that was coming out of LA. Like
I consider Chris Brown a West Coast artist, like,
I mean,
he
definitely like his more like I was yeah, like that late 2010s sort of stuff, all of that was coming. That was definitely
that's a
very heavily West Coast.
West Coast, like, he's a West Coast artist, I'm sorry, you guys. He's not a Virginia artist.
I don't know. He
He's
probably would say otherwise. He would probably say otherwise.
that nigga been on the West Coast for 25 years.
He would say otherwise. You know, he go hard for Virginia. Like,
So, and there's so many aspects of it, and I realized that watching the pop out, and I'm just no, on you nobody listen to West Coast music like, "Oh, all this shit is West Coast music," and you just don't know these niggas are from the West Coast, like, cause they ain't in your face throwing a west side the whole time, like,
yeah. I mean, and I think there's certain artists who don't get like Tyler the Creator. Like, you know what I mean? People don't talk about him like he's a West Coast artist because it doesn't have a
no.
stereotypical, West Coast sound. Um, Doja Cat, she
The
doesn't.
list is long.
They don't talk about her as a West Coast artist, right? Like,
The
they
list
just
is
want Doja
long.
Cat to be a pop star, and that's that's it. Like, um, yeah. So I think that there's just a distinct the culture is just still very distinct, but like you and I know this, like it's a whole different world out there. You go to the West Coast and you're like, we're in a different country. Like when you're 3 hours, you're in a whole different time zone. The weather pattern is different. When I look outside, the physical view is different. Like you're just, you know what I mean? Like it's
It's
just,
not flat, it's high terrain, like,
it's just, it's its own thing. And so I don't think that, and I think people sometimes try to knock it because of that. Like, oh, I don't like, I've heard people say that. Like, I don't like West Coast music. I don't like the, you know what I mean? It's just like, why? Because it's its own thing. Like, it's because it's its own distinct sound and it's its own distinct culture, and nobody's trying to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. And I have plenty of friends from Atlanta. I love Atlanta. I don't have no beef with Atlanta. My beef be from everybody else trying to sound like
like
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Let Atlanta
Like,
rock and do them.
yeah,
They're culture number 2 behind West Coast.
like indistinctness.
Yeah, and everything else is everybody else just follows them and, bites off their sound. Like, "Oh, they had" like, bro, just because Future got popping, like, Future and Amigos got popping, and yeah, everybody either Future or Migos sound, and then you threw in late 2010s, you threw in Gunna and Baby, and it's like, that's just what everybody's doing. That's how just everybody's trying to sound. Same collaborations over and over and over and over again on a mixed over same beat. Like, I mean, shit weak. Like, you got New York don't even have a sound. New York niggas just commentate from the sideline now.
Or I feel like they be trying to force their sound on us. Like, I'm so sorry, but like what they call New York drill, I don't want to hear any of that ever.
Nigga, you taking Chicago sound. Like, you do, like, you trying to remix Chicago sound. Like, do your own shit. Y'all used to be good with words. Or what happened? Y'all start trying to be like Atlanta, like, but y'all hate the South and y'all hate the West Coast, like, so
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't I don't I do think that everybody has to like lean into their own shit. Like for real. Like it's
because
fine to like other artists from different regions and, be influenced, but
hey, because yeah, while we talking about stars, that New York don't got no stars. What what's his name said? How you let Ice Spice turn to the king of New York? Like,
like it's comedic. It's comedic. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna do too much on New York because I have a lot of friends from New York, but I definitely think that I do think though, which is valid. I will say, I think they validly feel like the rest of the country bites off of their shit, like their slang, their lingo, and all of that, which I can understand, right? Like their shit does, you know what I mean, like have a big impact on the rest of the country, and I can understand them feeling like everybody steals what should be distinctly their culture.
Okay, I can see that, but I
That's
don't
not an
know.
excuse for the music though. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like I can understand you on the lingo, you know what I mean? Like, but everything else, I don't know. Oh,
they
not
just
everything else, sorry, the music, I don't know.
it
Like,
just seems like no originality is coming from New York. That's it. Like, you may
um,
have already made your stamp, but you still gotta, progress and bring shit or do shit or still do what you're stamped as at a high level, and they just said, "Nope, fuck that.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
We
I
so
think it's
ATL."
yeah, I think they gotta go back to or like, I think it has to be an evolution because I think that there are some, like, artists from New York who be like, "Oh, I'm real New York," but then it just sounds like 1992. You know what I mean? And it's like, you
You
okay, nigga, like, we didn't mean you can't just go back in the box and try to redo what's
you know
already been done. I mean, I
some
guess you can. I don't know. I just feel like at least with the West Coast, there's a progression of the sound. Like
yeah,
you can hear it and be like, oh, this sounds like G Funk, but it sounds like G Funk that's like today that pulls from that influence, but it's modern. I don't know. Like when niggas be trying to go boom bap, like
it's a
it be
little
like
too
it's a
Nah,
little
you can
too
do the boom
in the
bap or
pocket.
fire
Like,
away. You can do the boom bap or fire away. They just gotta figure it out.
yeah, but sometimes it just feels forced. Like I fuck with Lola Brooke, but I be like, it's too on the nose. Like it's too like I'm from New York. Like I get it, but like
Okay, New
let's
York
modernize it a little bit.
yeah,
Like
New York
let's
has a man, how do I explain it? Like, yeah,
they
they
going
gonna
vintage every time. Like they going like they going vintage
from
every
the
time. Like
from the records that they gonna remake and all of that, like
yeah. And then even if you think about it, I mean,
like,
who's the
okay, Sean Diddy Combs' son, like, yo, bro, you just gonna bite swag every time,
they going
nothing original, like
they're going right in the vault. They going right in the vault. Like for real. Like that's what I didn't like about like I mean, okay, so probably the current like biggest artist out of New York right now is probably Cardi B. And Cardi B
Mhm.
don't sound like a New York artist.
No,
Or she's not even like leading the pack on what a New York artist should sound like. I mean, when you think about like her biggest song, when she like really made a name for herself as an artist, it was Bodak Yellow.
yeah.
Which is Kodak, and he's from fucking Florida. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just. And then I'm trying to think, like, I don't know. Like, I don't care what y'all say. Like, rest in peace to Pop Smoke, but y'all were forcing it. Y'all were forcing it. Y'all were
With
trying to
Pop
force it.
Smoke, yeah,
Yeah, like, y'all was trying to force that down our throats. Like,
he was cool
it was
after the
cool.
force, after the push, but initially, would I, hear Pop Smoke and this is it? No. Not at all. Am I playing this again? No, but Welcome to the Party just keeps getting played, and it's like, okay, well, Pop Smoke. I know Pop Smoke. I know his song, but yeah,
Here, I'm finna exit out, and then I'm gonna try to come back. Let me see if it works.
okay, yeah. Mine, it's still recording on mine end.
Okay, let me try.
Still here, getting topics off, killing it. 13th episode, no, 12th episode. Damn, I'm fucking it up. Welcome back. Is it recording?
Okay, it should be now. Yeah,
All right.
sorry. I'm being ghetto. My nurse just called.
Uh,
I'm gonna have to call her back. Like, my bad. Um, what were we saying? Yeah, so I mean, back to the stars conversation. I just feel like, who are they? Like, who are like?
and we can take that right into weak ass complex.
Oh, 100 hottest rappers right now?
100
I don't know.
hottest rappers, cause yeah, there were people being named like Yeet at number 5 or something like that. Like, bro, he's not a star, he's not hot. He just dropped the album.
I can't name you one Yeat song.
Exactly. Went triple nickel. Like, no dead ass. And you gonna tell me he's one of the hottest 100 rappers? Nobody knows these people. Like, shit be crazy.
I
Nobody's
just
a
well, okay, so here's the thing. And this kind of connects to the conversation that we were having about stars. These days, and it's interesting because like people will have like the industry plant conversations. And although I feel like a lot of those conversations are like stupid and based in, nonsense, I do
Mhm.
think that there is a point that maybe the larger dialogue doesn't get at. There's too much manufacturing of stars. I think that's the real issue. Stop trying to
Yeah.
tell me somebody's a fucking star. I know who a star is because I know the nigga. Because I know them. I'm familiar with their work. These days, the zeitgeist just want to pop out with names and act like I'm supposed to just rock with this person.
And
Like
think
even
you just gonna throw money at them and hey,
and
no,
like now they're the biggest thing ever. Who is Addison Rae? Stop telling me about her. I don't I don't give a fuck how many times you tell me the name. I don't know a song. For real.
no, that's what it gotta be. And then
Addison Rae, Addison Rae, Addison Rae. Like, I don't give a fuck how many times you say the name. I don't know the bitch. Like, it don't fucking matter. Madison Beer. Come on. Relax. You can keep saying the name. If I'm not familiar with the work, it don't mean shit.
oh, you don't know? No, bro. I no, you remember he like, bro, you just gonna keep saying the name? Like,
Like, and then
that's not going to
labels
help
and shit
me.
wanna pay for a motherfucker for their artist to get on this list and shit, and then that's supposed to be like, yeah, he's popping. No, that's not the way this shit works, and you can't pull the wool over my eyes. I've been here too long. I know a fucking star.
I've said it before. I think the freshman list was a problem. You just the freshman list was needed for the time it was needed for when you had actual talented people coming along. But when you just started throwing niggas in the draft and we ain't never heard of them, it's like, okay, you can do away with this because now you're just this year it's these people, and then next year it's these people turn, and then you're just cycling motherfuckers through, and then every year every list is like, yo, who the fuck are these 9 niggas?
Like
Who are these motherfuckers
everything, and that's the problem. Like the industry is too much trying to manufacture stars.
with no music?
Like nothing behind it. Like not shit behind it, right? And it's like let's let him stand next to Drake. Drake knows who he is. Like I don't give a fuck that Drake know who this nigga is. Like I don't care. Like who is he? like Drake
Like,
knows him. Like
and
okay,
it's just
cool.
like, we all know Drake. Like, so the
Yeah, we
fuck
know
what?
Drake. Like I like
Like, yo, they be trying to pull that one. Like, yeah, they be trying to pull a "we all know Drake" card. Like, we just gonna use Drake as the central location. Like,
and like I don't the crazy thing about that is like having like a new artist stand next to like a established artist hasn't worked in I don't know how long.
in way too many years.
Like the last time we seen it work was with Wayne, Nicki, and Drake, but that was completely different because Drake and Nicki had their own motion. Like we already knew who Drake and Nicki Minaj were outside of the association with Wayne. Like they already had motion and it was just like now let's put them next to Wayne and it looks cohesive. Now it looks like a wrap your arms around introduction, usher them in.
I want to
But
say he he babied it, man. he nursed him in the entire way, like, from nothing
I
to
don't think
something.
so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
And I just signed a chick named Nicki Minaj. That was in 2006. Drake was rapping with Wayne in 2007. I was there. And the
Yeah,
hottest
but
nigga in the
like
world and the
no, but
hottest
okay,
nigga
but
in
the
the
difference
world
is
just
yeah, but the
I'm
difference
putting
is
you on stage. I'm throwing y'all out there on my dedication threes and whatever else I had, and
okay,
then
but the
y'all are building up off of that, and you're holding your own. It's not. I ain't holding your hand. I said I gave you the platform, and on the platform you said I'm I'm Nicki Minaj, and I'm Drake, and then from there it was just up. Now I'm the hottest nigga in the world, and I'm doing world tours. Hey, you guys open up for me. And then that's where you're building your fan base from the hottest nigga in the world on.
ugh,
It's a massive boost, and it's not like you came through with your own work. So but these days when niggas get the massive boost, they don't be having no work. Like, they don't be having no current work, no previous work, and it don't be cold, it don't be decent, you don't see the build up like, "Oh, no, he went from, like, he or she got a little talent, you working along nurture," and you next project, you see some progression, you like, "Hey," it don't be none of that for these people, it just be,
stand next to me.
I just created this song in my basement a few weeks ago, stand up next to Drake," and then that's the only song they got, and then you hear the next one, and it's just like, "What the fuck? This guy's just mid." You
Yeah.
so And then you're lost in the algorithm. You might have got a couple photo ops in that time span, and hey, he's standing next to Young Thug, and he was seen with, the circuit.
Like I feel like the strategy, like that be the marketing strategy these days. It'd be like they're hot because look, they're standing next to actual person that you know. Like that be the tall and the short of it.
Link in the bio.
Like stop. Don't make me laugh. I'm in pain. No, but like, chill. You gotta chill. I'm on
Hey, am
IR.
I lying?
Like
Well,
I don't know. Like it just be like the problem. It be too much smoke and mirrors, and like once the smoke clears, it don't
the
be
the
shit
the
there.
problem, and these days y'all ain't putting out too much smoke. Like,
Like, but my thing is like at least back like when we was kids and like the entertainment industry, like yeah, it was smoke and mirrors, but like there was shit behind the smoke and mirrors. Like, all right, the smoke cleared and like we have these great songs. Like it just like now it don't be
where's the shit?
shit.
Where's the stuff? Yeah, where's the stuff?
I can't like the problem like nigga, them Instagram followers don't do shit for me. I don't give a fuck. Like, okay, they take nice pictures on Instagram. I can't do
It
anything
don't
with that. I
translate to
can't watch
dollars.
that. I can't listen to that. I can't engage with that in any meaningful fucking way. Like, and
And
then
a lot of
even
that
them
I feel like is bots.
standing next to celebrities and shit. Like, come on. Like, this shit is like, I mean, do you know how many like motherfuckers who are like artists that I seen at Coachella, like just like kicking it? And like
I seen
I'm supposed to believe that they hot. Nigga, you not on that stage.
you there enjoying the show.
Oh, I'm backstage with all these artists, but your ass is a roadie. Like you are a techie. Like I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like that shit, I can't engage with that in no meaningful way.
Hey, dude, was it me and you really quick? Was it me and you that said something about artists not giving us the like documentaries of the tours and things anymore or something like that?
I don't think so.
Damn, that's crazy. Never mind.
Like I don't know. It was just like I just seen it. Like when I seen like Instagram Coachella weekend, like Well, your ass was not on no stage. Like, I don't like
Yeah,
what does it
it's
mean? Like for real, like real shit.
nothing,
Like what does it mean? Like if you was at Coachella but you wasn't putting in no work on that stage.
nothing. You was just there screaming, a part of the crowd. Oh, who
Just
did I see? I seen somebody, video or something,
nigga, you're a
some artist.
glorified you were a glorified crowd member.
They were over there just getting lit, and it's like, "Oh, you just came out to enjoy Coachella?" Like, I don't know if any I guess
Like it's we're in the influencer era. Like everybody just want to be on the scene. Like
on the scene, which is that's lame nigga shit. That used to just be lame nigga shit, like, I promise, like, no purpose, nobody, no like,
just around
j yeah,
to say you was around.
I promise we used to look at shit like that as lame motherfucking shit, like,
Can you be doing something? Don't you
or can
want to
you
do
actually
something?
be there? Is there artists that is there, like, a artist, 1 or 2 that you actually enjoy? You know their catalog for real, the lyrics, and you know, "I really came to Coachella to see them perform." That's not the case.
No.
You
It's
just
just
wanna
like
walk
being
around
around.
and be
It's
seen,
just
yeah.
being around. Like it's just being in the mix to be like I was there. What does it mean? Like we gotta we have to move past this. I'm done with the looks. All right, everybody's got the look. Like everybody's got the look. Cool. Like everybody looks like a star. It looks nice. Yeah, it looks great on the gram. That
But we're in
music,
2026.
like come on, it's got to connect. Cuz I know who was on that stage. I can tell you right now, Sabrina Carpenter put on a show.
She got
Uh,
motion.
Let me tell man, listen.
Justin Bieber performed. He has motion out here
It
these
went up
days.
there and talked her shit. Like I have to give us I love Sabrina Carpenter. Like you want to talk about Sabrina Carpenter's a star. She was like she went up there for real. She was like a couple years ago. Like I previewed this song at Coachella. She was like on a smaller stage. She was like, I think now y'all might actually know the fucking words. I'm like, talk your shit, Sabrina. Like, yeah, you know the words to this bitch now, don't you? That's what I want to see.
Yeah, the journey. The journey is the reward, man. It's not the looks, it's not being seen with the people that do things, like, it's none of that shit. It's really the actual talent, the actual music. So I bet Sabrina felt that shit in her motherfucking heart. Yeah, this motherfucking song was good then, and it's good now. Here, sing it. I bet that shit felt like,
Full circle.
man,
Full
yeah.
circle. And that's what people want to see. Like, that's also the part that like I think people are like, or maybe some artists don't understand. Like, we're invested with you. Like, as the audience, we're also on the journey with you. Like, I know like some people think that like, you know, the comment section, everybody just want to talk shit about you in the comment section. We're actually invested. And like, we actually want to see you win. Like, it's great to see Kaylani put out this album. And it's like, I saw her put out this album and I'm like, she was number one on my title for like new releases. I'm like, yeah, like you just got a Grammy, like she's arrived. Like she's Kaylani now. You know what I mean? Like, and it's nice to see it. Like, even having not been the biggest Kaylani fan in the past, it's nice to see the progression. To be like, wow,
Yeah.
she's really arrived. Like
Uh-huh.
she is who she's always thought she is. And now she can, you know what I mean?
Coming
And
from a
there's
hater
something to show
side,
for
coming from a
it.
hater side, this has been special to watch, and even recognizing my own, you know, art towards just like fully acknowledging her. That
Absolutely.
it's been the last 3 years for me, but to see it here
And
now,
shit,
yeah.
prove me wrong. Like, prove me wrong.
Hey,
I don't have no qualms about being wrong about an artist. Like I don't feel no type of way about that. Like, okay, like you aren't gonna get it right all the time. Sometimes you don't see it.
and even then, you can damn near say, well, you know, she stopped a certain thing and started, you know. being, I don't know, just delivering something different that's just like, okay, this seems more authentic. This seems like, so you just damn near might not even been wrong. If you look at it a certain way, like, I thought what she was doing was generic, and now she's in a different place in her life and she's delivering her music this way. And it's like, yeah, I can gravitate towards that. I see that. I see, you know? So yeah,
Yeah.
again, you might have not been wrong. But yeah, I'm happy to see that the moment that she has gotten or that is here for her. I'm happy to see Folded still on the radio going strong.
Yeah.
Um and other records of hers being mentioned on the radio. So, it's just I'm happy to see it for her.
And also, I mean, looking at the credits on her album, like I was happy to see just some of her collaborators, because obviously as a kid growing up wanting to like do music, you look at the credits, you see the people like you have musical heroes and like damn, like if I had a, you know what I mean, like listening to the album and she got a track with Missy Elliott, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like that's a moment to have Missy on the song like New Kaylani, like pop your
Yep.
shit. I got a song
And
with Missy Elliott.
she did that, and that's what we talked about, one of those things where people work with older legacy acts and bridge the gap and things like that. Like, "Oh, yeah, you executed that. Missy's the perfect artist to work with and do that, and, you got you a solid record with her."
She did. She really did. I really liked the album. And when I threw it on, I knew that it was one that I was just going to be able to turn on. Like, yeah. Like, I think sometimes, particularly with like R&B artists, um, because it's such a kind of niche genre, like they kind of feel like and more like mainstream R&B artists, they tend to feel, at least from what I can gather by like listening to a lot of like more current projects, is like they tend to feel like they have to do a lot of different things. I have to try to get a deep cut for the R&B lovers. I have to try to catch one for the radio. Maybe I have to try like a moody sound for like the alt crowd. You know what I mean? Like they be sounding like they're trying to do a lot of different things and please a lot of different people to see what works and what doesn't. I didn't feel like that with this Kehlani album. Like it felt like this is what she wanted to do. She knew what she wanted to do, and she was just gonna do it. And I, as the listener, I was willing to just go along with it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like you have to kind of just go along with the artist. Like you just like, I'm just wherever. All right, you like you steering the ship, and I'm gonna just go with you wherever you going. Yeah, it is doable. I think. Hate to keep using her as an example. I think Summer's pretty good at that. Um, Maybe I didn't like it so much on this last album, but I think it was executed perfectly on Still Over It. Like right, like Yeah. Yo, here a nigga damn. Yeah. Yeah. I think she's good at that. I think well, because that's the casual fan, and I think that Jimmy Cooks, that was a hit though. Here you niggas go. It does. I mean, I think that's because that's like that's the masses, right? Like, and I think that's what artists are being told that they need to try to appeal to. The problem with that is that, like, who is the casual fan? Like, I know people who are like casual fans of music, and like, I would never try to appeal to those people. I'm so sorry. Like, I just would never try to appeal to them. Like, I'm I'm not gonna make anything that you're gonna like. So, like, because like, y- yes, like, I mean, yeah, because that's all that they, consume. Like, it's just like, I like whatever is hot. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good song. It's being played, or it's being played. It's a good song, I think, is the rationale there. Like, if people are playing it and they're putting it on their story, it must be a good song. Like, rather than investigating, like, is this actually a good song? Like, and I think that, like, that's like the TikTokification of like of music. Like, songs that, like, just because somebody has it on their fucking story, because a lot of people are putting it on their story, like, that doesn't make it a good song. Like, and especially I mean, a lot of this shit is just like meme music. Like, I genuinely think, not trying to come for him and not trying to throw shade, but like, I genuinely think that, like, there are probably who think like, what the hell is a good song. Yeah, that's mind-boggling to me. Like, that's mind-boggling to me, because this is why it's really stupid. Because if you had a homeboy who was a local artist who made fucking music, and he played that shit for you, you'd be like, nigga, this is trash. Like, for real. Like, if it was Joe Blow from around the way, local artist that don't nobody know, and he played that shit for you, you'd be like, nigga, give it up, you're trash. Like, yes. There's no ability to actually like discern a good fucking song. I think artists would be better off. I mean, I don't know if I said this last episode. You'd be better off pandering to the DJs. You'd be better off just whatever DJs you like and you respect their taste in music, pander to them. They're going to play it. They're the people who play music. They're the tastemakers. Like, you're better off pandering to them than the casual fan, because the casual fan is just going to follow whatever the DJ says it's good or plays. Ooh, I am aching. I need a perk. You do perks? You want perk? I'm fucking weak. Um, Speaking of Drake, your favorite topic, this nigga, he might really be the Iceman. I be scared to talk about Drake, boy. He got me shook. I'm scared to talk about him. Like, I don't even want to, I'm scared. I don't want to say nothing. Nigga, I be scared to talk about him. Like, I just, man, really. Mm, really? Really? No negativity. Um, I mean, I just more so, I didn't see anything that was necessarily good or bad. Um, Obviously I'm not on Twitter anymore. Um, so I don't a lot of those things I don't have a gauge on as much anymore. Like I really YouTube is sort of my main social media, if that counts as social media. Um, I think it does. And it was just more like Drake's coming. Um, I didn't really see any like good or bad. Um, I think so. And a rollout is yours. Like you could do whatever you want to do with a rollout. Like however you want to roll out your album. Um, how do I want to say this? I think artists, especially some of the bigger artists, are like, I think maybe losing the plot on rollouts. I don't need like a big ass activation or like a spectacle. And obviously it's not for me. You know what I mean? Like it's it's for you. However you want to roll out your project and however you want to express yourself in that way. I do think I'm a little tired of like the spectacle rollout. Like, I mean, I think an ice block in the middle of Toronto is kind of a spectacle. Um, trying to think. Yeah, like that's a little bit of and I'm not, coming for Drake. I'm just talking about spectacle rollouts in general, like these big, like, let me do something to get everybody to talk about the fact that I got an album coming out. Um, I thought, like, with the clips, guys, like, I thought, what about a nice spread in a magazine? Like, what about a nice cohesive, like, interview here, photo shoot there, visuals here, like, single here? Like, what about a nice, like, we're entering this era? Niggas like, nah, I'm finna fly a plane into the fucking, like, okay. Like, like, I mean, okay, that's a way to do it, yeah, so I'm just kind of like, what about a nice, like, photo shoot? What about a nice music video? No? Okay. Spectacle, I guess. A little bit. He was also one I was thinking of, but it's like, okay, Cole, like, you can do it. I mean, it was cute. It was just kind of like everybody was like, it was gimmicky, and it kind of was a little bit. It was cute. Like, it was cute. Like, I think it was a cute idea. Like, I think it, like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It was very cute. Like, it was a cute idea. I'm like, oh, like, it's cute. But, like, the reason it's gimmicky is because, like, these things were, like, cooler in, like, 2013. You know what I mean? Like, when Cole did, like, the Dollar and a Dream tour, like, it was cooler back then because it was, like, it was more authentic. It was more, like, he was actually everyman. Like, the everyman bit now from Cole do be a little gimmicky. It'd be like, okay, Cole, I get it. Sure, just a regular nigga. But, like, I don't have a CD player. So this is kind of crazy. Like, like, it's just like, I get it. It was a cute idea. I do like it. And I think, like, who else did something like, um Cardi B? I mean, I kind of like Cardi B's. Cardi B's was funny. Like, being on the train and shit. Like, that was funny. That was. Maybe I'm picking and choosing. Whatever. I don't know. I'm allowed to. Okay, the difference is though, it's like, with Cole, it seems like a bit. With Cardi, it's like, it's obviously a gimmick. Like, she's obviously poking fun at trying to sell music. You know what I mean? Like, it's clearly like a joke. And where it's like, I don't think it's fake touch the people, but it's just kind of like, I guess. Yeah, cuz you could do something else. Like, I like the, like, I don't know. Like, it was just kind of like, like, yes. Y- yes. Yes. Cuz I do. Yes, because I do also like when the budget increases and you can do something a little bit more robust. Now, we don't have to have things blown up in the middle of the city. Like, so yes, like, so I do like when the budget increases, but again, there's other ways to do it. Like, it doesn't always have to be like, get a bunch of people in the middle of a city, which I do think is cool, right? Like, people are making an effort to make it tangible and offline and like something that people can engage with in real life. Um, which I do like. Like, I do think that that's cool. Um, sometimes I just don't like the idea. Sometimes it's just like that idea wasn't that great to me. But let me stop trying to dictate how other people release their music. That's their business. You thought so? Good. Mm, streamer. Let me not do that. Like, let me not. I see. I can't go down this path with you. I loved it. I loved the rollout. I thought it was great. I no, I didn't think too much of it. It was just kind of like okay, like um, I guess it was just interesting because like I don't remember. I mean, I guess this is Drake's only real like spectacle